In this episode of Get Real with Rajiv, I'm going to be answering questions around what do you do to engage your senior employees and how do you leverage their expertise and intelligence for the next level of the business. I'm also going to be talking about how do you kind of reduce the overlap between the tasks that your team members are doing and your managers are doing. And the third thing I'm going to be talking about is how do you deal with trollers and nasty messages on social media. And the fourth and final thing that I'm going to be talking about is what are those key questions for you to be able to answer when you're raising a round of funding for your business. So if you'd like answers to these questions, then tune into episode number 65 of Get Real with Rajiv. Hello everyone, welcome to episode number 65 of Get Real with Rajiv. Like every single week, I'm going to be answering 4 questions, and today Pawan is going to be the voice of your questions. So Pawan, what's the first question?
The first question is from Manoj. What is the best way to keep your senior employees apart from compensation in a small organization? Some details, please.
Well, when we are talking about senior employees, we are assuming that these are people who mastered the craft of whatever they do. They are good at doing the business tasks, the operational tasks, or whatever functional tasks that they are involved in. So the key question is, how do we engage them and how do we utilize their expertise for evolving the business? So from that point of view, here are certain tips or tasks or activities that I would recommend you engage your senior employees in. The first thing would be in creation or ideation of new business opportunities or new business lines or new business models for your business, because your senior employees are people who somewhere also have hit a patch of boredom and are looking for creative expression, and they have the expertise in your business already. So utilize and leverage their expertise by engaging them in ideation and creation of new business lines, new products, or new business models. That would be one great way of engaging them and utilizing their expertise. The second aspect would be in enhancing their people management skills, enhancing their leadership skills or their leadership philosophies. So that is the line of development you need to put them in, because over a period of time, it's not about anything new or extraordinary in their particular task or role. It's really about them replicating themselves and building more leaders, and you becoming an organization which is like a leadership factory where one leader is creating another leader. So developing their skills, their knowledge, their leadership philosophy would be another dimension of engaging your senior employees. The third dimension or third aspect that I can think of is involving them in designing, defining, and driving the culture and the values of the business. That I think is a very, very crucial aspect that sometimes a lot of small and medium enterprises do not prioritize. But I truly feel that if you want to build an organization that is built to last or that is built to scale, then culture and values plays a very, very important aspect there. And that's why you should use your senior management or senior employees in designing, defining, and driving the values. So these are 3 areas or directions I prefer engaging my senior management in, and I would recommend you do the same, Manoj. I hope that makes sense. With that, let's move to the second question for the week.
Second question is from Sheetal. I've always seen an overlap between what managers and team members are doing. Can you elaborate what should the team members be responsible for and what should the managers be responsible for so that there is no overlap?
Well, Sheetal, phenomenal question, and I think what you've hit upon is a nerve that pains for a lot of entrepreneurs when they see their managers doing the job that the team members are supposed to be doing. And that is like just duplication of work and loss of productivity at a workplace. So if I have to draw a distinction between what managers and what team members are responsible for, I would say team members are responsible for the tasks and goals based on their roles. So the key is you need to have a role document for every single team member in every single department, which defines their goals and which defines the tasks that they need to do to be able to achieve that goals, the process and the system they should follow to be able to achieve that goal. So the job of a team member is to do the task. So the team member is a doer. The manager is a creator or a facilitator. Now, when I say that, what do I mean? Management responsibilities are more to do with people development, where you are teaching, coaching, mentoring people and equipping them with the skills and knowledge so that they are capable to do the task that the team member is supposed to do. So a management role would include people development as an aspect. The other aspect would be culture management, where the job of management is to be the facilitator and align people to the values and culture and way of working of the organization. And the third and the most important aspect that would fall under the responsibility of management would be strategic growth of the department or strategic growth for the business. So they have to constantly keep ideating and creating what's the next level for the department, what's the next level of evolution, and what are the initiatives to evolve the department, and what's the next level for the business, and what are the initiatives to evolve the business. So I would say a simple distinction is team members are doers, management management level is facilitators and creators. So this would be my way of distinction, and as a result you need to go into creating detailed role clarity with step-by-step tasks in both these roles, so there's no overlap. I hope this helps you, Sheetal, and gives you direction. So with that, let's move to the third question for this week.
The third question is from Akshay. How to handle trollers and hate messages on social media?
Laugh at them, firstly. Not on social media, but laugh at them with yourself. Don't really take offense to what they are commenting or posting, and ignore them. Because think about it. Look, all of us come across so many things as content on social media that we may not agree to, that we may not resonate with, or that we may disagree to. But if you have somebody who is getting abusive and nasty, you should only empathize with their upbringing and mannerisms. Because think about it, me and you see so many things that we don't agree to or we don't resonate with, but we don't go out there and post nasty comments, or we don't go out there and troll those people, right? So there's a difference in our upbringing versus the upbringing of such people. And I truly believe that in the world we have a breed of the population that really has an existential crisis. They don't know what they are doing with their life. But they have an opinion about every single thing, and mostly their opinion is abusive and nasty. You can't rationalize with such people. So don't even try, Akshay. I would say just ignore, because when you try to rationalize with such people, it's like you're trying to fight with a pig in a pile of shit. I've said this in the past. I remember me saying this in the past, that when you argue with such people, you're fighting with a pig in a pile of shit. The pig is enjoying, but you're getting dirty. I mean, think about it. During the IPL in the recent past, when Dhoni was not performing well, you had somebody who posted comments about threatening to rape his 4-year-old daughter. I mean, it fascinates me that what kind of upbringing, culture, value system does a person have to go to that level of nastiness. And when you encounter such people on social media, I feel the existence of such people on the planet itself is a burden. So you should just ignore them. They are not your world. You got to kind of shield your energy vortex from such people and just stay away from such people, Akshay. I mean, don't really get offended by it, or don't go into justifying to such people. This is that breed of the planet that you should delete from your consciousness. That is my personal philosophy. So with that, let's go to the fourth and final question for this week. So Pawan, what's the fourth and final question?
We have Manish asking, what would be some of the questions to answer if we are looking to raise a round of funding for our business?
Well, Manish, when you're looking at raising a round of funding for your business, the first question you need to ask yourself is, why do you need that money? Whatever that amount is, why do you need that money? How will you deploy that money? How will you use that money? That's the first question you need to answer for yourself, and you need to be able to answer that to the potential or prospective investors you're pitching to. The second question would be is, once you deploy that money, what result will it give your business as at a worst case scenario? See, when you're borrowing money, it's a responsibility according to me. So you need to know that even after being pessimistic, once you deploy that money, what is the return it will give you? What is the result it will give you? Because if you're making money by borrowing money at a worst case scenario, then it is worth borrowing that money. Otherwise, it's not worth borrowing that money, because then you are creating an obligation for yourself. And more than anything, you won't be able to raise that money, because investors nowadays want a foolproof plan and visibility to why you want to accomplish what you want to accomplish by borrowing their money. The third and the most obvious question is, why should anybody invest that money? What's in it for them? What will they get as a return as a worst case scenario? If you have very clear, simple, factual, provable answers to these questions, only then go out there and borrow the money, and only then will someone take you seriously and you will be eligible for investment. I hope these questions, which are common sense questions, make sense to you, Manish. So with that, we come to the end of episode number 65 of Get Real with Rajiv. If you found this episode useful, then you need to do what you need to do, which is to share this video and ask a lot of questions in the comment section below or in the number mentioned here. With that, this is me, Rajiv Talreja, signing off. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.